I took the long road home, past the trees and the jackrabbits in the weeds. I took the long road home, just to see what I could see. Well, it was a big wide world out there.
Hey guys, Beast here, and welcome to the beautiful winter of Eastern Oregon. Now, this time of year, I usually get a couple questions. It's always about winter gear. Got lots of video on winter preparedness. I've got another vehicle kit video coming up for you soon. But the big one people want to know is obviously the emergency heaters. We just did that video. Is tires. This time of year, maybe probably a little early. This video is probably a little bit late for this winter season, but I'm still getting the questions. I have a video up with Firestone Winter Force. They're a very budget, economical winter tire. That was back when the Scout here had 35-inch tires, and they were a Hankook Dynapro MT. Wasn't real pleased with those, with the highway manners and things like that. Now, when I did the reverse shackle here on the suspension, we switched to the Duratracs. GoodYear Duratrac. This is a 31 10.5, very similar. And I gotta tell you, on some of the winter storms that I've been caught in before I've changed over for my full winter tires, I've been crazy happy with these. All right, guys, now before we go any further, tires are probably one of the most argued things on the internet, besides Ford versus Chevy versus Dodge. Everyone's terrain is different, everyone's environment is different, everyone's vehicle is completely different. So this is going to be an all-around review for the Duratracs, but you know they're going to run good on the road. They're fairly quiet for such an aggressive all-terrain, which is what I consider them. They're not really a mud tire. I've got mud videos going back, I don't know how many years. We're currently on 20,000 miles. We're going to take a look. I'll give you a picture here of the tread depth currently. Now, I have a lot of friends that run Duratracs. They run them on their large trucks, and I will tell you, this compound won't wear well if you're running an F-350 pulling a trailer on gravel roads. Now, they still buy them repeatedly, but they don't get the lifespan that they want out of them. That's because they are such a good tire for the grip, the traction, but a really heavy vehicle is going to wear these down. You're going to see in that photo 20,000 miles for these Duratracs on International Scout, even though it's a little bit heavier vehicle for its size because it's an old iron International, is doing really well. So the mud, the street, everything, you know, is this the perfect Overland tire? Is this the perfect all-around tire? I'm going to say yeah. Unfortunately, I'm currently looking for tires for the Adventure Bus right now, and they don't make a Duratrac in the size I want, which is why you probably won't see Duratracs on the bus. Now, if they did make it, that would make my decision, well, 100% easy. I would just buy Duratracs for the Adventure Bus. This has been the best tire I've run, bar none, I'm now 40-some years old, been running these old trucks up and down the Pacific Northwest for many years. I've tried them all. I've had the BF Goodrich, I've had, you name it, I've tried it. These Duratracs, I'm telling you, are the best, hands down, year-round tire out there. In the Pacific, Seattle West wet side, in the mud and the slop, I had really good traction in the deep, you know, soupy stuff. This vehicle is, again, a little bit lighter, so if you've got a heavier vehicle, maybe it's going to sink in the bog. Driving style, vehicle, these all are dependent, and so I really don't want this to be, you know, a shootout of other tires. We're comparing what I've run on the International Scout in similar vehicles, and I got to tell you, there's not been a single situation with the Duratracs. Now, when I first got them, I was warned by, you know, the online community and good friends that their sidewalls were known to be weak. Haven't seen that. I've been running out here in volcanic land of Eastern Oregon, expecting to get a sharp puncture on some of this lava rock, and I haven't seen it. We'll do some close-ups here. Hopefully the snow will melt off while I sit here, and you'll be able to see there's not a lot of chunking on the tread, a lot of siping still left. All the stone injectors are still there. The tread is absolutely perfect. Like I said, an aggressive all-terrain. It keeps it quiet down going on the highway. And I've had everything. I've had IROCs, I've had the Super Swampers. When I used to live in Seattle, I ran a heavy mud tire because those deep, muddy ruts of the Pacific Northwest can swallow you whole. And guess what? I got a nasty side gash on my Swamper. You know, again, very dependent, but I've been extremely happy. Now, because it's winter, I'm going to dive in a little bit more about the winter and why I got rid of my Winter Force tires. Because the way I use this, I don't commute with the Scout anymore, and how happy I am with the winter traction. Now, again, I'm not trying to say the little snowflake pattern on the side is going to give you that sub-zero perfect grip like a true winter tire would be. Now, my minivan has amazing winter tires on it right now. It's got some iPeaks hand cooks. They're amazing. But guess what? When the snow gets up to 1.5 feet, I'm just plowing with the minivan. It doesn't matter how great those tires are. So everything is subjective. When I get out here in super deep, concrete, wet, packed snow, and I'm pushing it up to my axles and my frame, I'm not going to go very far. It's not the tire's fault. But I will say, around town, this is an old Scout. I don't have ABS. I don't have traction control. I'll put in a few clips of me doing some starts and stops on pavement. You know, right now, the wind whipping by, it's very sugary snow. We're not even above freezing today. The only reason the snow is melting off the truck is the heat from the motor. But just coming in today, trying to find the BLM land that I wanted to go to see this video today, you know, you could see the drift just going across the road. So very cold, not warming up. Typically, a standard 4-season should be hard as a rock, and yet in this old Scout with non-ABS, I am in 4-wheel drive, I was able to pull away. Now you have to be gentle when you pull away, but if I get on it, it pulls straight, it doesn't pull sideways. When I get on the brakes and I'm gentle with it, or I pump the brakes, I come to a nice controlled stop. It's not freaking out. I'm not doing a slide. Now if I pound on the brakes, yeah, they're going to lock up. Again, sub-zero temperatures, 4 seasons. I think I would do it in a winter tire, no problem. Again, like I said, with the minivan, it's front wheel drive. I've got amazing winter tires on that thing. And even this morning, I was skipping up some elevation gains, going up some hills, just merely because it is cold and slick and icy out today. So I think I've got a good comparable skill set. I've got a lot of vehicles under my belt over the years of driving in all sorts of weather conditions. And I'm telling you, for an overland rig, for an all-around work rig / weekend adventure, I would say Duratracs. You Jeep guys, don't run anything else. Duratracs are amazing. You know, for your light vehicles, heavy trucks, F-350s, buses, vans, if you can get them in your size. But if you're carrying a lot of weight or you're towing, be aware your mileage is going to go down just with those. But you're going to enjoy amazing traction and tires while you have them. All right, guys, well, that's going to conclude this. And hopefully this is in-depth enough for you guys that like in-depth reviews, and it skims over the good stuff and the bad stuff for those of you that want something quick and dirty. Just to find out in this video, do I recommend Duratracs? Absolutely do. Jeep guys, I would run them. Heavier trucks, I will talk to my buddy and maybe I'll annotate it or put it down below to find out how many miles he gets out of his F-350 when he's towing extremely heavy loads. And he does a lot of gravel road driving as well. But yeah, they're the best tire I think I'm going to find. I would like to hear your comments. What are you running? But let me know what vehicle, what state you're in, and what tires you're running, and whether or not you're happy with them. But yeah, Wandering Beast, GoodYear Duratracs. So far, I have not found anything that's going to beat them. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for all the love and support. You guys are amazing. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow the adventure on social media, and we'll see you on the road.